Hi guys, so I'm gonna read Fantastic Four number 11. So this is the first appearance of what's the Impossible Man. So he's basically like Mr. Midseats Pit, like essentially the same character, essentially very similar character. But what's going on here? Why is the Fantastic Four backing away helplessly from the Impossible Man? Don't miss this great offbeat collector's item issue. The story you requested, A Day with the Fantastic Four, featuring never-before revealed facts about the FF's past and present. So I'm going to read both of those stories. So, special bonus to our readers, presenting this type of story most requested by your letters and postcards, A Visit with the Fantastic Four. Say, fella, what's everyone standing in line for? Get with it, Peanut. This is the day the new Fantastic Four comes out. Hey, come on. Keep that line moving. Looks as though we'll have to wait our turn to get the latest issue. Oh, let's just come back later, Reed. I told you we should have gotten here sooner. What's the big deal? We know how the stories end. So, hey, Charlie, look. I just got the latest copy, and my letter's on the fan page. So, script Stan Lee, art Jack Kirby, inking Dave Dick Ayers, lettering Art Simic. So I think this is the first time where it's like in depth, and it's not just Stan Lee, Jack Kirby. It's like in depth about what they do in that. But look at me stretch. I'm Mr. Fantastic. Gangway, here comes the Human Torch. Out of the way, squirts. Make way for the Thing. Or make way for the Thing. You can't find me. I'm the Invisible Girl. Hey kid, what's going on here? We're playing Fantastic Four, mister. See my Thing mask? The reason I'm the Thing is 'cause I'm the strongest. Watch me bend this tin can. Not bad, shorty. But here's another little trick you can try in your spare time. Urk! Look, son, if you want to play Mr. Fantastic, here are some flowers you can give to the invisible girl. This is how I turn invisible, dear. I just have to will myself to do it. Throwing fireballs is easy for me, fella. But don't you ever play with fire. It's too dangerous for little kids. Gosh, do you know who they were? They were so close I could have reached out and touched them. So long, youngsters. It was nice to meeting you. I guess they'll have something to talk about for a while. Sure, they'll tell how they met four freaks in the street. Cheer up thing. It isn't. Say, look who's here. This dad-burned mail sack gets heavier each day. Blasted fan letters. It's Mr. Lumpkin with our Daily Mail turret delivery. Why don't one of you boys give him a hand? So yeah, Mr. Lumpkin was in the original Fantastic Four 2005 movie. He was played by Stan Lee in that. What you griping about, Lumpy? It ain't so heavy. My, we could've used you in the post office department thing, Mr. Thing. By the way, Mr. Richards, are you looking to hire any new members for your group? I haven't exactly got any superpowers, but I can wiggle my ears real good, and we're all filled up right now, Lumpy. But we'll keep you in mind, old-timer. Come on, Sue, let's open the elevator door and go upstairs. It's going to take forever to get through all the fan mail. Don't be impatient, little brother. I got to do this by the numbers. First, I'll slide the hidden panel aside on my belt to activate the electronic beam. Come off it, sis. You're beginning to sound like a mad scientist on the Late Show. Don't be disrespectful to your elders, Johnny boy. Okay, Grandma. Minutes later, after reaching their skyscraper's suite headquarters via their private high-speed elevator, the colorful foursome settles down to do some serious reading. Ain't these fans got anything better to do than write a million letters? You're not fooling anybody, Thing. You enjoy reading this mail as much as we do. Hey, dig this. Here's a chick in Fresno who wants to know if I'm going steady. Says she wants to be my new flame. Boy, how corny can you get? Well, what do you know? Here's a package addressed to me. Maybe I got me a secret admirer. Open it, Ben. Let's see what it is. Funny, there's no return address. I hope it's something to eat. I'm starving. Wep. Blasted wise guys. If I ever find out who sent that, I'll... Thing, stop it. It was only a practical joke. Some joke? I bet it said work at that criminal Yancey Street gang. They're always trying to get my goat. I like to take the whole shooting mess of them and bash their empty heads together. Crash. Ah, for crying out loud. Look what I did to my brand new dumbbell. Don't blow your stack, old pal. Here, hold out your hand. I've got something for you. Knock it off, Reed. I ain't in the mood to play games now. It's no game, Ben. It's the latest version of a new serum I've been working on you. Nuts. I'm sick of being the guinea pig for you. None of these things ever work right. But this formula is different, Ben. It may last longer than the others. Hey, look how fast it's working. I'm turning into a normal man again. I can feel it. Welcome back to the human race, partner. Reed, do you think this time the change will be permanent? We'll have to wait and see. Oh, Ben, you're a real living doll again. Who am I to disagree? Or who am I to disagree? Poor Ben. If he changes back to the thing again, I don't want to be around to see it. The conversation's getting too mushy, gang. I'm cutting out for a while. Wait a minute, Junior. What about all that unfinished mail? Or fan mail? I'll read it later. I'm gonna get down to the garage and fool around with my new TR4. Puff. Okay, kid. See you later. Can't blame the squirt for getting restless, Reed. Teenagers have to keep on the go all the time. You're right, Reed. Remember how we were young when we were younger? Perhaps our fans would like to hear this, Reed. If you're right, Sue, a lot of readers have asked for more info about our past. Well, I remember the time Ben and I first met, as roommates at State U. I'm Ben Grimm, Richards. Maybe you heard of me. Sure, Grimm. Who hasn't heard of the State U's football hotshot? Look, Fancy Pants, maybe I did get here on a football scholarship instead of being a big brain like you, but relax, roommate. I got a hunch we're going to get along fine. And my hunch was right. Ben and I became fast friends from the start. I was a millionaire's son, and he was from the wrong side of the tracks. But I cheered louder than anybody when he made All-American. You weren't just sitting on your backside yourself, Reed. What about all those prizes you won for scientific accomplishment? That was a long time ago, Ben. And so was the time after graduation, when we fought the biggest fight of all on the same team. It seems we had hardly had time to pack away our diplomas before you became a marine fighter ace over Okinawa and Guadalcanal. You were the hero of every American who could read a paper, Ben. So yeah, Reed Richards and it was originally Reed Richards and Ben Grimm were in World War II originally. So you didn't get as much publicity, Reed, because you were behind the lines working with the underground for OSS. But there's many a freedom fighter who wouldn't be around to tell the story today, and not for you risking your life for him, mister. I suppose we both did our share, Ben, but in all the time I was at the front, I dreamed of the day I returned home to the girl who was always in my thoughts, the girl who I left behind. Please, Reed, let's skip over that part of it. It's rather painful for me. But Sue, you know it's you I'm talking about. It's always been you, since we were kids together, living next door to each other. That's just it, Reed. I know how you feel, and I don't want to ever hurt you, but there's still the shadow of the Submariner between us. I understand, my dear. I won't mention it again. Not until you've made your decision once and for all. Yeah, I don't understand, because, like 2 issues ago, Submariner tried to kill all the Fantastic Four, except for Invisible Woman. And actually, he tried to kill Invisible Woman, actually, at the end. So I don't know what she's attracted to, but anyway. I guess things never turn out exactly what we want them to. The girl I wanted was still out of our reach, and the world we had fought for was also not ours yet. We've got to reach the stars before the Reds do. That's why I'm spent a fortune working on my own design for a spaceship. Oh, Reed, if only the government had listened to you in time, heeded your warning. All my scientific training, all my talent and resources had gone into the starship, but I still needed one more thing. You've got to do it, Ben. You've got to fly her for me. You're the only pilot in the free world that can do it. Sorry, Reed. My days of being a hero are behind me. I'm not interested. You're the guy I cheered for my lungs out for when you were Mr. Big on the football field. I guess I was wasting my breath. Ben, nobody could force you to pilot that ship, but I'm going along and so is Johnny. At least we'll show Reed that we're not afraid. Afraid? No one has ever used that word to me before. Okay, I'll do it. It's crazy, but you got yourself a pilot. And so in the dead of night, secretly, without any warning, we took off on the most fateful journey of our lives. Roar. The ship was everything I prayed she would be. All conditions were go. It looked as though our mission would succeed, until, up ahead, we're heading into a cosmic storm. Cosmic storm, the mysterious, dreaded space menace that no humans had ever faced before. It buffeted our ship about like a feather in a hurricane, but it did far worse than that. Silently, invisibly, and inexorably, strange cosmic rays poured in through the ship, striking all of us with a power and a force unequaled by anything in the known universe. The rest was like a nightmare. Only Ben's superb skill enabled us to survive a crash landing back on Earth, a landing that was the beginning of the strangest saga we'd ever known. Thank heavens we're alive. We're all alive. Yes, we were alive, and more than just alive. Much, much more. What's happening to me? I'm changing. I'm turning into a thing. And then will we ever forget that first sight of Johnny bursting into living flame? Johnny, your body, it's a blaze of fire. I'm a human torch. I'm lighter than air. I can fly. I can do anything. And then we saw Sue turn invisible, fading away in front of our eyes. Reed, what's happening to me? You're vanishing. We've all been affected by the cosmic rays, all of us. I'm afraid to try and guess what the fantastic change will happen to you, Reed. Well, we all know what happened to me, and the world first learned of it when I used my stretching power to signal a passing jet to come and rescue us. He sees me! We've come a long way since those early days, and had many almost unbelievable adventures. But they were your adventures, the three of you, much more than mine. Sue, what are you talking about? What do you mean? I hadn't wanted to mention it, Reed, but I've gotten some letters lately, some disturbing letters. They said, Invisible Woman was useless. Actually, she kind of is, before she got her, force field powers and that, she was pretty useless, actually. But, anyway, I can't believe it. Let us see him, Sue. There's a number of readers who said I don't contribute enough to you. You'd be better off without me, and perhaps they're right. She's not exaggerating, Ben. Look, I never expected anything like this. Well, it's time to set the record straight, here and now. Take it easy, pal. The kids didn't mean any harm. They just don't understand. Maybe this will help them to understand. See this bust of Abe Lincoln? Remember his famous remark about his mother? The time he said that all that he ever hoped to be, he owed to her. Lincoln's mother was the most important person in the world to him, but he didn't help him fight the Civil War. Or she didn't help him fight the Civil War. She didn't split rails for him. She didn't battle with his enemies. In fact, if we printed Lincoln's life in our mag, some wise guy would probably write in and ask why we don't leave his mother out of the story, because she doesn't do enough. And we're on the subject of doing enough. Remember how Sue bravely leaped into the middle of our fight with the Skrulls a year ago? We probably never defeated them without her. And who was it that saved the three of us from Dr. Doom a few months ago, when he had us locked in an airless chamber. The invisible girl, that's who. When it comes to bravery and courage, Sue Storms takes a back seat to nobody. Well, yeah, that's pretty much all she did, though. Like, yeah, yeah, in like 13, or 11 issues, that's pretty much all she did. But I've got to get them out of here somehow. Yeah, but she comes like a much more useful when she gets the force fields and like the telepathic powers and that she becomes much more powerful. But that's why they did that anyway, because she was actually becoming, in those early comics, she was kind of useless. But if you readers want to see women fighting all the time, then go see lady wrestlers. Ben, take it easy, fella. For crying out loud, I was the thing again. Oh, the crummy luck. But you were Ben Grimm for a longer time than ever before. Big deal. What difference does it make another few minutes make? I'm still nothing more than a gruesome gorilla. No, Ben, no. Don't say it. You mustn't. I've realized what a fool I've been indulging in self-pity when I should be trying to comfort you. You're no monster, Ben. You're one of the most wonderful people in the world. Sure, kid, sure. And maybe someday you'll be able to look at me when you say it, without flinching at the sight. Ben, I've been working on a formula to make you normal again, permanently. No matter how long it takes, I'll never give up. We'll do it yet, old friend. Suddenly, listen, the alarm bell. My torch, he's not here. Perhaps he's in danger. Clang. It's coming from the saucer we kept as a memento from our adventure on Planet X. What could have possibly have happened in here? Or happened in here? Good work, hothead. Sue never suspected that you were rigging that cake up for her. A birthday cake? For me? Oh, you remembered. Surprise, honey. Of course we remembered, sis. We've been planning this party for days. I'm so choked up I don't even know what to say. First time I ever heard a female admitting a thing like that. Many happy returns, Sue, to our favorite partner. What a great party. Looks like nothing will happen to spoil it. Unless... Uh-oh. I guess I spoke too soon. Look down there. It's Mr. Lumpkin again, with a bigger sack of mail for us than ever. Blankety blank flans and comic magazine heroes, and letters to the editor pages. Oh, my aching back. Editor's note. The preceding story was our way of answering many of the interesting questions that our readers have written. From time to time in future issues, we shall attempt to pictorially comment on others' letters from you, our valued fans. The end. So I guess that was the birth of the letters column. But at last the Fantastic Four meet a foe whose power is even greater than theirs. Here is the Impossible Man. He's the most dangerous creature in the galaxy. He even laughs at my flame. If we can't clobber him, who can? He looks so humorous. How can he be such a menace? So again, Stanley story, art Jack Kirby, inking Dick Ayers, lettering Art Simic. So, many strange things can happen in hobo jungles, but we feel safe in saying this is the strangest. Holy mackerel, where did you come from? The planet Pop-Up in the 10th galaxy, where else? That settles it. I'll never drink nothing stronger than milk again. I am ravenously hungry after my long journey. May I share your food? Listen, Cornball, we're legitimate hobos, and we don't like freeloaders, no matter where they come from. Yeah, if you want to eat, you gotta pay for it with nice cold cash. Cash? What a strange world. What is cash? Say you're trying to pull our leg, Pinhead? Cash is what they keep in banks, mister. Just go to a bank and ask for some. They love to give it away. Many thanks. I'll do just that. Pop, swish. Such a friendly planet. I think I'm going to like it here. Editor's note. By now you're probably thinking that Stan and Jack have flipped their lids, but wait, things may get even wackier. Salutations, Mr. Banker. I've come for some cash so that I may buy food. Good grief. How did you get in here? The vault is still locked. The same way anybody would get in, of course. I made myself small enough to crawl under the door like this. Pop. Get a doctor! I'm going mad! This must be what cash is. I better take enough of it. I suspect I'd to be here for a while. Pop. Look, Mr. Howell wasn't hysterical. There's a kooky character trying to rob the bank. Drop that dough and reach, mister, or we'll start blasting. I must say, you Earthmen has the strangest customs. Pop, pop, pop. I must be seeing things. He turned into a sheet of bulletproof steel. Let's get out of here before the guy with the net takes us all away. What an amusing planet. There seems to be something going on every minute. Ah, female-type Earthling. How adorable. After you, my dear. I thought I meant every kind of wolf, but this is ridiculous. Minutes later, a deputy police inspector activates a closed-circuit TV system, and our story really begins to gather steam. Calling the Fantastic Four, emergency, code 5, police priority, come in, Fantastic Four. An image begins to form on the illuminated screen, and then... I know this sounds batty, but get down to the Flamingo restaurant on the double. Why? What's wrong? Let us in on it, Reed. Why us and not the police? The inspector said he was afraid the whole thing may be a prank of some sort, and he didn't want any officers made to look ridiculous. But he figures we already look ridiculous, huh, phooey? Look, that must be the Joker we're supposed to investigate. What on earth is he? One thing's sure, he's pretty darn hungry. Say, fella, they tell us you took some money from the bank without a withdrawal slip. You want to tell us where you are, or where you came from? Or do you want me to wrap that melon around your scrawny neck? May I compliment you, Earthlings, on your colorful language. But to answer your question, I come from the planet Pop-Up. It's a charming world, but one gets bored with all the dangers on Pop-Up, which is why I decided to take a vacation on Earth. On Pop-Up, our evolutionary processes are so swift that we can change ourselves into anything in order to survive the menaces which constantly attack us. That Erpo fish will break his teeth if he tries to bite me now. Pop. It's almost unbelievable. Here on Earth, it takes ages for the smallest evolutionary change, such as mankind gaining the power to walk erect. But on his home planet, they seem to be able to change into anything in a split second. That is, if can believe him. I believe him. But I'm probably boring you with these details. Everybody knows how we Pop-Upians can turn ourselves into anything just by thinking of it. In fact, the way I reached your friendly planet was by becoming a self-powered spaceship. If you're gonna try to make fools out of us, Walnut Head, I'm gonna mop up the place with you. Hold it, thing. First, let's explain some of our Earth customs to him, such as the fact that you can't just take money out of a bank. Really? Then why didn't they stop me? Brother, you're begging for it. Now relax. It'll only hurt a minute. Careful, my excitable friend. You're liable to find me a bit thorny. Yo! Pop. Hey, that wasn't funny. I'll settle that little wise guy's hash once and for all. Flame on! Look out, Torch. He changed again. Too late. He can't stop now. Pop. I'll be picking these bliss-blasted thorns out of my mitts for days. He really can do what he says. He turned into a plastic bag filled with water, enough water to douse Johnny's flame. Well, what are you standing around for, big brain? How about thinking of some way to stop that freak? Take it easy, thing. We'd never been up against anyone like him before. This calls for a new strategy. I'm mortified. So then I thought you Earthlings were friendly. A fine way to treat visitors. You ought to be ashamed. Now you stay away from me. I'm too much of a gentleman to battle a female. Say, are you fading away or am I seeing things? That's it, Sue. Keep him occupied, just for another few seconds. Now I've got... Oop! Where'd he go? Pop. Turning into a tiny jet-propelled missile, the man from Pop-Up streaks towards the exit, not seeing the girl who bravely blocks his way. Perhaps I can stop him by using my invisible body as a shield. I must do it, no matter what the danger. But at the final split second before impact, Hearing Sue's breathing and sensing her presence in front of him, the unbelievable creature turns himself into a cluster of soft flower petals, harmlessly floating about the startled invisible girl. Pop. Then as the petals reassemble again. Well, I hope you're all very proud of yourselves. You've spoiled my meal and ruined my appetite. I came here for a nice vacation, hoping to make friends and have a pleasant time, but you've all behaved like perfect roughnecks. But you don't understand. You've been breaking our laws. You can't do whatever you want to on Earth, Mr. What's your name anyway? Pop. Name? We Pop-Upians have no names. We know who we are. And now, good day. Well, what do we do now? We can't just let him walk away. He has too much power to be loose on Earth. Let's all rush him at once. I'll tackle him this way. And hey, what the? Pop. Zzz. Look out, Torch. He's turned into an asbestos-bladed buzzsaw. Thanks, Reed. You got me just in time. That guy can't be for real. He's impossible. Seconds later, the Impossible Man, as the thing is named him, leaves the restaurant in his own inimitable manner. And then, once up on the street, what's the matter with all of you? Don't you want to get hurt? Why didn't you turn into birds or something and fly away? I might have injured someone when I was a buzzsaw. Pop. Uh-oh, another new crackpot. Say, I just had the most refreshing thought. It just occurred to me that you Earthlings can't change the way I can. That means I'm the most powerful person on Earth. This vacation of mine is going to be even more fun than I thought. I can do whatever I want, anything I want to. Would you mind getting out of this vehicle? I would like to drive it for a while. Go on back to the masquerade, Charlie. I got no time to play games. My name isn't Charlie, Pop. Gangway! I just quit the hacking business. No wonder he's reluctant to leave the cab. This is the most delicious sport. Faster, hotshot, I see him. Step on it before he turns into a mackerel or something. We mustn't lose him this time, Ben. Be careful. Careful. You never became a comic book hero by being careful. Oh, it's one of the killjoys again. Okay, laughing boy, into the line. Rrrr. Now, we got a little squaring up to do, sonny. Hold it, thing. Brute force won't settle him. You got to use strategy. I was afraid of that. He's changed again. He's become one of the heaviest substances in the galaxy. Oh, a skinny runt like him? Hey, you're right. I can hardly budge him. Pop. Look, someone must have sent for the National Guard. Step aside, all four of you. The governor ordered us to handle that character once and for all. Although I can't figure out why he sent a whole regiment to take out one little squirt like him into custody. Listen to me, Captain. This little squirt, as you call him, is the most dangerous living creature on Earth. Your weapons and your men will be powerless against him. Brother, you've been working too hard. You're pop your cork. This is the best vacation I've ever had. There's some new activity going on every minute. I'm going to recommend Earth to the Pop-Up Tourist Bureau. Hey, where are you going? Nowhere. I'm staying right here. Tick, 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 tick. Where'd that bomb come from? Take cover. Disperse. Pop. I should be saying pop before he transforms. Because he does pop before he transforms. Anyway, I don't know what you're up to, but you're not getting away with it. Well, I can stop you. Tick, 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 tick. There, I'll toss you into the sub-stratosphere. Whee, thanks, this is fun. But now I want to come down to Earth again, so I'll just explode into a zillion pieces. Baroom. And reform myself with wings, so I can glide down into your nice soft atmosphere. Look, here I am. Don't worry, I'm all right. See, I'm up here. He's coming back again. With all his powers, there's no way to stop him. Boy, just give me another crack at him. Let me try. I've got an idea. Flame on. By flying around in circles this way, I'll set up a hypnotic pattern which may make him lose consciousness. It worked. He's plummeting to Earth, out of control. The torch did it. We've got to get him now. I hope he's not injured after all. He isn't really bad. He's just like an irresponsible child. He seems to be all right, Sue, but his physical makeup is so alien, I can't be sure. I knew it. You do like me. You were worried about me. Just for that, I'm going to stay here and kid around with you always. That's the most wonderful fun I've ever had. I can do anything I want to, and I have all you friendly humans to play with. Oh, I'm so glad I came to Earth. It's like one big party. Okay, Reed, step aside. I'm gonna pulverize that laughing hyena. Just give me room. No thing, I've got another idea. Just do as I say and don't question me. Let's go, gang. Turn around and walk away from him. Huh? You mean leave him here? Come on, Ben. Reed must know what he's doing. Wait. Go away. If I made you angry, I'm sorry. Here, have a nice golden egg. It ought to be worth something on your silly planet. One wallop, that's all. I'd ask just one. I won't let you go. I'll turn into an old man of the sea. I'll stay on your back and won't get off. Look, I won't leave you. Pop. So stay, who cares? You're all a bunch of soreheads, that's what you are. Pop. I knew he'd leave if I ignored him. But he's still free to menace the rest of the Earth. Now what do we do? Nothing. We won't even try to fight him. Let him do whatever he wants to. Hey, is that Mr. Fantastic talking? I can't believe it. Is he turning chicken? Is he scared of the Impossible Man? Listen, everybody. There's no use in fighting the Impossible Man. Let him have his own way. Ignore him. Don't fight him. That's what I shall recommend to the police of every state in the nation. Never thought Reed Richards would turn yellow. Me neither. And in the days that follow, although bewildered by the apparent surrender, people everywhere take Mr. Fantastic's advice. That creepy pinhead is ruining our whole TV show. Just let him alone. The word is out from upstairs to ignore the Impossible Man. Look at me, fellas. Look what I'm doing. I stole this little airplane and crashed it right near those policemen. Why don't they try to punish me? What's new, Mike? Nothing much, Joe. It's been a pretty quiet day so far. Come on, killer. Never mind your opponent. Try to knock me out. Please, try to fight me. It'll be a nice day today if it don't rain, huh? Yeah, killer. And not long afterwards. Look, there he is. What's wrong with him? The one thing I hoped would be wrong. He's bored, He's bored sick. Ah, what a bunch of deadheads on this planet. And I thought I was going to have a lot of fun. Phooey. I'm going to find me another planet where a fella can have some fun. Earth is too dull. I'm never going to come back, and I'm going to tell all the other Popians to stay away, too. Earth will never get our tourist business. No siree. Pop. You were right, Reed. He's gone forever. What luck for us. I still wish I could have clobbered him first. He was beaten by the one thing he couldn't fight. Sheer boredom. And that wraps up our change of pace issue for now. Hope you liked it. Next month, it's back to normal again with a surprise-packed, full-length thriller. The Fantastic Four meet the Hulk. Don't miss it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this this video. I hope you got our comic. If you could like, comment, or subscribe, that'd be appreciated. Thank you, and I'll see you guys. And thank you for the 300 subscribers earlier. And I'll see you guys later. Okay, sorry about that. I forgot to show this pinup page. So Prince Namor, the mighty submariner. So fossil fish of species thought to be extinct for millions of years, vanquished by submariner in uncharted depths or deeps. Map of undersea Earth. Prow of vessel found by submariner in uncharted sunken Atlantis. Largest pearl in existence blasted loose by submariner from 30-foot clam. So yeah, that's basically, it's just a pinup of Submariner. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you could like, comment, or subscribe, that'd be appreciated. Thank you for the 300 subscribers again. And I'll see you guys later. Thank you, and I'll see you guys later.